because every star has a story to tell. Lee Joon Hyuk, the actor who stayed in the background for 15 years. Fame does not always arrive on time. In the early 2020s, Korean audiences suddenly began to notice a familiar face. Not a new actor, not a rising rookie, but someone who had been there for a very long time. His name was Lee Joon Hyuk. By the time the public started to recognize him, more than 15 years had already passed inside the industry. 15 years of small roles. 15 years of characters without names. 15 years of being present, but rarely remembered. This is not the story of a star who rose quickly. This is the story of an actor who survived long enough to be seen. 1984. A quiet beginning. Lee Joon Hyuk was born on the 13th of March 1984 in Seoul, South Korea. There was nothing in that beginning that suggested a future in front of cameras. His family was not connected to the entertainment industry. His childhood was private, ordinary, and deliberately kept away from public attention even today. What is known is not dramatic. He grew up like many others. Went to school. Followed a normal path. There was no early fame. No child actor story. More importantly, there was no obsession with becoming a celebrity. In fact, the first dream did not involve acting at all. A practical choice before a risky one. Before Lee Joon Hyuk ever stood on a set, he entered Hanshin University and studied advertising and public relations. It was a sensible choice, a stable direction, a future built on structure and systems. Later, something changed. He transferred to Dankook University and entered the Department of Performing Arts. This was not a romantic decision. It was a delayed realization. By the time he turned toward acting, he was already behind many others in age and timing. There was no guarantee, only a question. Is it too late to start? 2006 to 2009, the years nobody remembers. Lee Joon Hyuk officially entered the industry in 2006 through a music video appearance. In 2007, he began taking very small roles in television dramas such as Drama City and First Wives Club. Then came Worlds Within, Star's Lover, and City Hall. Important projects. Unimportant roles. His face appeared. His name did not stay. These were the years when most people quit. The pay was unstable. The future was unclear. And nothing suggested that things would change. In 2009, three brothers offered a slightly larger role. Still, the industry did not respond. Lee Joon Hyuk remained what the Korean industry is full of: a background actor trying not to disappear. 2010 to 2012, slowly a shape appears. Around 2010, something subtle began to change. Not success, but direction. With I Am Legend and later City Hunter in 2011, Lee Joon Hyuk started to develop a recognizable type of presence. Quiet. Controlled. Emotion held back rather than shown. In City Hunter, his character did not dominate the story, but casting directors noticed something. Reliability. Then came Man from the Equator in 2012. And just as momentum seemed possible, life interrupted the career. June 2012. Military service. The screen went silent again. 2014. Returning without applause. Lee Joon Hyuk returned from military service in March 2014. There was no comeback headline, only work. Projects like My Spring Days and others followed. Still not a star. Still not a headline name. But something important had changed. Inside the industry, trust was forming. Directors knew what they would get. A disciplined actor. A stable presence. Someone who would not fail a scene. 2017. The role that refused to be forgotten. Every long career has one moment that changes how the public sees it. For Lee Joon Hyuk, that moment came in 2017. The drama was Stranger. The character was Seo Dong-jae. Ambitious, cowardly, clever, uncomfortable to watch. This was not a character written to be loved. It was written to feel real. And it worked. For the first time, viewers did not just recognize the face. They remembered the name. In the same year, Lee Joon Hyuk starred in Naked Fireman. After that project, he quietly donated his entire appearance fee to fire departments. Later, he was appointed as an honorary firefighter. No publicity campaign, no marketing, just a habit of doing things quietly. From supporting presence to center. After Stranger, the center of gravity began to move. A poem a day, designated survivor, 60 days. 365, repeat the year. By 2020, Lee Joon Hyuk was no longer an experiment as a lead. He was a choice. Not because something suddenly improved, but because 15 years of experience had finally accumulated enough weight. Then came Dark Hole, and later Vigilante, where he played one of his most intense and complex roles. By this point, the industry was no longer asking, "Can he carry a show?" They already knew the answer. Private life and personal philosophy. Despite growing recognition, Lee Joon Hyuk has always kept his personal life extremely private. There are no public relationships, no marriage, no scandals. Not because there is nothing to tell, but because he never tried to sell his life outside the screen. In interviews, one idea appears again and again. Acting is not about speed, it is about endurance. What Lee Joon Hyuk represents. Lee Joon Hyuk is not an idle actor, not a product of hype, not a symbol of overnight success. He represents something much rarer in modern entertainment. A career built slowly, a reputation built quietly, a presence that survives long enough to matter. For younger actors, his path carries a clear message. Some careers are not meant to shine early. They are meant to last. Time was always the answer. If success had been measured in speed, this story would have ended long ago. But some journeys are not about arriving first. They are about staying. Staying when nobody is watching. Staying when nothing is promised. Staying long enough for time to finally do its work. Lee Joon Hyuk did not beat the industry. He outlasted it.